Welcome to the Flippin' Finance Show, your source for financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. I'm a licensed financial advisor. My name is Mario Cabral. I'm with my co-host.
Daquan Carr, the hard money lender for everything real estate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, it's my frat's Founders Day. Yo, shout out to the big frat. Yo, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So we got a notable guest in the building. Man, I'm like just so excited for this podcast. But we got an artist in the presence. Fashion model. So his drip, I already know is unmatched. On 1,000. We got a social media influencer.
Hey.
And entrepreneur.
Stop playing.
Let's go. Yamil Plaza. Well, welcome to the Flippin' Finance Show.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Oh man. So I'm gonna start it off by just give the people a little background of what you're currently doing at the moment.
So what I'm currently doing,
Speaking to the mic.
So what I'm currently doing, I'm pretty much right now. I mean, nothing have really changed. Is I just keep elevating. If we want it, like when we take it there, for me, we just elevating. But not on a serious joke. I'm working on a tape that I'm pretty much dropping this month. I don't know the date when I'm gonna drop it, but I am gonna drop it. And then I'm, pretty much doing my Instagram shit. Living life, getting paid.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Keep
sir.
that mental health straight for me, like.
Now, of course, we definitely gonna get to the mental health.
Yeah, definitely.
But before we get to the mental health, let's take it all the way back. Like, I really want to know about the early days of Yamil Plaza. Like, what was life in the early days for Yamil Plaza like? Actually, do you like being called Yamil Plaza? What's your nickname? Like, what's your?
I don't mind it, like, cause if niggas that I know personally call me like Yamil, like, it's cause I know you from back before I became just like Miz, and everybody know me on Instagram by Miz. But yeah, everybody call me Miz.
All right, we gonna call him Miz in this podcast. But yeah, so what was Miz's, early life looking like?
Like,
so let's talk to me about the school days. Like, how were you in school?
School, like, in the beginning, I was, like, straight A's. Like, I was just, like, everything was just, like, flowing, like, type shit. Middle school, it was just, like, it was, like, flowing too, like, 7th grade. And then, like, 8th grade, like, I went to Grant. So, like, if you ever went to Grant, like, you just know, like, that shit is just, like, hectic. Like, niggas over here jumping this nigga because he's part of the other building. Like, shit got crazy. So, it was just, like, I'm just, like, but it's just, like, you literally had to, like, make it that it's normal that motherfuckers over there jumping on that person, like, just because he's from the other side of the building, like, like, so it's just, like, normal shit, but it's just, like, so 8th grade, it was just, like, more of a, like, when they be like, oh, like, teachers be like, we're preparing you for, like, the real world. So, like, 8th grade felt like the real world was just, like, heading there, but it was just like, a peak. And then when they got a freshman, like, 9th grade, it was just, like, damn, like, this is real life shit. Like, it's like, this ain't no, like,
this ain't no game.
Right,
no more.
ain't no
it's
game,
right?
Life, like, and it's just like, damn, like, they wasn't playing. Like, school, they don't, for me, like, teachers, they don't really give a fuck, because, they're it's not like they get paid.
Their favorite line is
right. And it's not like they getting paid $1 million.
Yeah. But you show up and now I'm getting paid regardless.
It's so many jobs that make more than teachers out here. Like, let's keep that a buck. Like, so these teachers, they ain't really gonna. There's some teachers, like, shout out to the teacher that actually pour your heart out and try to, like, help a nigga and shit like that. But still, like, most of the teachers ain't gonna care. So high school is pretty much like, if you don't want to be there, they ain't gonna want to be there either. Like, they ain't not gonna trip. But that was pretty much what school for.
So did you go to college or nah?
Nah, I ain't go to college.
What was the reason for that?
College, like, the day I stopped, like, really, like, looking at school, like, oh shit, like, I can actually use this shit and go here with it type shit. Like, probably, like, I want to say, like, 9th grade. Yeah, I want to say, like, 9th grade, or maybe, like, early 8th grade. Then, like, the more I just started going to school and shit like that, it was just like, damn, like, like, I'm literally going through all these grades and I ain't having learned shit about, like, some real life shit. Like, these people, like, have not. It took me all the way to, like, I want to say, like, 11th grade. If I'm wrong, correct me, but
to realize that you wasn't gonna go to college.
No. To realize, like, how how like some school system
the
is built.
system,
How the system is built.
Okay,
Like these people don't really teach you nothing that you gonna need in the real world.
Yeah.
Like they just pretty much like, nigga, we just gonna teach you just little shit that you need to go to college. Cause for me, that's where these motherfuckers really gonna make their money. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true. Definitely.
like all this shit is a business. Like school is not.
School is definitely a business.
So it's just like, I don't know. Like I was just like, yo, these people, I'm going through all these grades and motherfuckers have not teach me not one shit. It took me, I was in 11th grade. I took some shit called marketing. It was marketing, and it was pretty much like how to run a business type shit. I think his name was like Miz2x. If I'm wrong, correct me. But yeah,
Shout out Mr. Votes.
yo.
So when you got
that old class, literally changed my life. Like
it did.
Swear to God, like I'm just sitting back like, oh shit. So you pay 5 cents for this Pop-Tart and you sell it for 75 cents. Like, hold on. And then you actually see like motherfuckers coming in line and buying that Pop-Tart. Not just one, but like 10 of these shits.
Bunch of them, yeah.
And I'm just like, yo. And this is just one period. Like, it'd be like 4 or 5 of these shits. So I just imagine how much you making. Like, and this is just like some little school store shit. So if you know how to do this, you're learning how to work a story type shit. Like, I just imagine if you actually like somebody took that idea and started their own story type shit because they learned in high school type shit. But yeah.
So when you got to your senior year, you know they do the whole time to apply for schools. Did you apply to any or do you like?
Nah. So I stopped going to school like senior year. I stopped going to school senior year like for like 3 months, and then like he was like, yo, where he at type shit, and because nobody really knew what was going on type shit. But then I came back, like summer school. I came back and I was trying to finish, but it was just like, yo, like it was some crazy shit.
So did you end up finishing or?
No, I ain't finished school.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Well, trust me. I know bunch.
So when you were not going to school, like what was the environment in your household like? Did you have like a role model telling you, nah, you should go to school, or like were you kind of like on your own
like,
and trying to figure it out?
Like I'm a person that like I need to figure shit out for myself. Like somebody be like, yo, like for me, like yo, don't go down that block, cause for me, like homeboy over here just got killed type shit. Like I'm gonna take his word for it. I'm gonna listen to him, but I'm a person that I need to see for myself. So just like, yo, I need to go down this block to see for myself, because I don't go by what people tell me, because that was your experience. Like you can't tell me like, yo, don't do this, because like
it's gonna be the same experience.
That's what right.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm not the only person who gonna walk down this block. Like everybody who walked down this block gonna get killed. Like I know that shit ain't gonna happen. So true. Fuck it, let me go down the block, and if I run into some shit, I ran into it. But if I succeed, I succeed. Like what's the chances of fucking? But
so real quick, so that same scenario, that kind of, I guess that could kind of be looked at like as a life lesson. Like,
right. How
would you take that as the block example, as translating that into like a life lesson?
Like,
So like, they told you, yo, don't go down this block,
right?
And you told them, like, nah, like just because you experienced that doesn't mean I'm experiencing that the same kind of experience. So like, how is that the same like in life in general, like for you, like now?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Like some people might label it as hard head, like me being hard, but it's just like nah. Like I just like experience this for myself. So the life lesson is just like I don't know, it works or it don't type shit. But there's always 2 options. So and it teach you like not to quit, because it's just like you run into some shit. And that door might be closed, but if you run into another one, you might open that shit just because you force yourself, like you apply pressure to open that door type shit. So it's just like,
okay. So now that obviously you know 11th grade, you was like, this not for 12th grade. It's definitely not for me now. 100% no. What did you do after that?
After that, like my life was crazy. Like I would just like, it was so crazy that like I don't really like remember like half of the shit that I did during that whole shit, like, and I was just like I realized like 2 or 3 years how crazy that year was. I'm just like, yo, that shit's crazy. So I don't know, to look back and be like, what was I doing? Like, I was trying to do YouTube. I know I was doing that. Like I was trying to do YouTube, but then I stopped that. I ain't put like no video. I was just like thinking about ideas type shit. But besides that, like I was literally just surviving. Like,
so talk about the surviving. Like, what was you surviving looking like?
Like what it felt like, what it was.
Yeah.
It was just like, all right, like you having a kid now, so it's just like whatever it takes to feed that kid, make sure that kid is straight. Like,
now
grind mode. Like you just.
So what you mean, like working jobs? Like you just started taking up all type of jobs, or you had like a decent job?
No, yeah, I was working at. Yeah, I had a decent job. It was literally paying the bills, and then I got I was there for a minute, and then I just kept getting jobs, but one of them like really stuck, and that was just like, I literally had to grind and just make sure shit was straight. And
Facts. So now obviously you just mentioned you got a kid. So where does the Miz that everyone know now, like that Instagram? Where was that? What were you doing during that time? Were you thinking about Instagram? Were you doing Instagram type of stuff or not yet?
Nah. So this whole time I started doing the whole Instagram shit. Like I want to say 2016. But I always knew how to work like social media or any type of like platform type shit. Like I was at one point considered like Twitter famous type shit, and then my account got deleted. So then I fucked over like Facebook, whatever. But that shit was not really nothing. But when I fell in love with Instagram, it was just like because it's all pictures. I'm a person that like I see visual. A picture, and to me, right, it's visual type shit. So to me, it was just like, yo, this is it. Like I'm gonna stick with this shit. And then I would do different shit on Instagram. I try to like do the funny little skit shits. I try to like, I just always try something, but it was just like always trying to succeed at something to take me to the next level. Like, so
go back to like the YouTube when you first started going into YouTube and doing that. What made you get into YouTube, and what was that experience like?
YouTube was like. But YouTube was crazy because like my favorite YouTubers, so I used to be like everybody else, like they watch YouTube, like they watch all these YouTubers, they watch a channel type shit, but you're still watching YouTube type shit. But I used to be one of those, and it was just like I was really like 24/7 like watching YouTube, and my favorite like YouTuber, it was Pretty Boy Fredo, and I was watching his videos all day long, and then I would fuck with other channels and shit like Flight Reaction, Cast Nasty and shit like that. But I will always watch their videos, and then I'm just like, yo, and then I'll see them like not even flexing because they showing what they got, what they earn type shit. So it's not really flexing type shit. If anything, motivating others because that shit motivated me. They made me feel like, damn, like why he showing off? Because some people get it confused between showing off and like actually like trying to motivate somebody type shit. But that shit motivated me to be like, yo, shit, he doing this shit off of videos like. Nigga, a camera like walking around, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what you need? I started looking up on YouTube, nigga, what you need to be a YouTuber. Like,
I like how you mentioned that like you was interested in doing YouTube, and you just said, all right, what do you need? All right, I'm gonna look up what do you need to make a YouTube.
Because YouTube is like college. Like I say
University.
YouTube is like the best college you can ever go to. Like anything you need to become. Like there's people become doctors watching like YouTube videos. Like and they ain't never attended no college class, but if a person walking with a bullet hole wound, they know what to do. Like,
you can learn anything.
They ain't had to go through like man.
A bunch of courses sit there for 18 hours a day studying all that.
But yeah, man, shout out to YouTube, man.
Yeah.
So what was the experience like though? Like why did you quit? Were you successful at one point? Shit? Yeah.
Nah, the YouTube, so when I started doing YouTube, like I put out one video, it was like back then, like it was like the reaction channel that was popping. Like everybody was watching the reaction channel. So I started doing reaction videos, whatever. Then I put out another one. I ain't really do shit. I put out another one. That one just went like that. It was like a reaction to like Cody Sheen's music video, and that shit was just like kept going and going and going and going. But I was just like, yo, I love this video so much that I'm just gonna post it every single day, and I'm just gonna tell people like, yo, listen, like we need this much more to 1,000. My goal is to do 1,000 a week. Like that ain't nothing. Like all you gotta do is like listen and share it. Like that's all you gotta do. And then it hit 1,000 in a week, and then it hit 1.2 And then after that, like I just stopped taking tally, and I was thinking about the next video. That video kept going. Like I think that video was like sit at like maybe like 7,000 or something like that. And that was like I don't know, like 3 years ago, like that. And to people, they might be like, "Oh, that's not really a big number." But if you think about you just sat there and you don't have a billion people in your face. You don't have nobody in your face but a camera. Like, but you got 1,000 people to watch you. Like, and then it kept going. Like 6,000 people stopped and watched your video. Like, cause ain't nobody had to do that. Ain't nobody with a gun to their hand was like, "Yo, watch this video." Like, you ain't had to do nothing. It was based off your swag and you being you on the camera. Like,
so what was your most like? Was a video that like really popped off? Like, was it that one or was it? Like,
it was that one. That was like the first one to pop off, and then like, after that when I put another one out, then nothing really like was buzzing. Then I kept doing them, and nothing really happened. And I'm like, yo, all right, I'm just gonna switch it up. And then me and my ex, like, we did it like we made it into like reaction channel type shit.
Yeah, like couples reaction.
Yeah, and then like after dropping like 2 or 3 videos, like they started buzzing again. And
so, what'd you learn from like your YouTube experience and how, and what type of things that you took from YouTube to what you're doing now on Instagram?
With YouTube, it was just like, it's like pros and cons to YouTube. Like, it teach you how to hustle. Like, it teach you how to like, literally, if you don't grind, if you don't come in here and do these videos and do this podcast like every day, ain't nobody gonna pay attention. Like, ain't nobody gonna listen to you. Ain't nobody gonna want to care because you don't care about coming in here and busting your ass every day working type shit. So
consistency,
right? So just like, if you're not that, then you pretty much lost, just like everybody else. Like, the people that have attention is those people that go higher. Like, ain't nobody. You ain't gonna follow, like, if LeBron walks in the room, we all gonna stop. And no disrespect to nobody on the Lakers or no scrub, but if a somebody that's on the bench just walking, we all gonna stop and then keep going because we don't know you. Like, but yeah.
So now I know what are you at right at the current moment on Instagram? How many followers you at?
Right now, I got 11. I got 11K, 11,000.
Okay. So how did you build up that? I know you spoke about it briefly, but how did you, from when you first created that account to how did you get to that 11? Like, what was like the big jump? Because obviously, most people get Instagram, they add friends. But what took you from friends to randoms?
That shit was hard, but it was like,
This the spicy part of the video. I need you to speak fully into the mic. Speak fully clearly. People want to hear how to like grow your following.
Nah, so listen, I ain't gonna give you the whole sauce, right? But I'm gonna put you on.
We need the whole sauce.
So, all right, so, but Instagram, it's crazy because remember, so I told you I looked up like how to be a YouTuber, right? All right, so keep that in mind, type shit. So I'm on Instagram. And like I told you, I'm doing different shit on Instagram, whatever. And then I took a picture. I took some pictures of my birthday. I had like a jean jacket, like some Vans and like some jeans, whatever. And then I posted them. And then like, that was like the first post that I didn't post in a minute type shit. So then after that, like, numbers went up. I think I hit like 500 because I'm not even hitting the thousands yet.
So you weren't at 1,000 followers yet?
I'm not even at 1,000 likes. Like, at the
how
time,
many followers did you have when,
at the time?
When you got like 500 likes?
Oh, I probably had like 5,000.
Okay.
Yeah, for like 5,000.
So you just had 5,000 just
5,000
without you doing anything really, just.
Remember I was doing like different shit, so I was
okay.
Just,
so
like,
they come people from like, YouTube and all type of places.
Okay, little sauce of everything type shit. So it was always like, so now that's why like when people be like, yo, why like you should just jump, but it's just like because my page is literally built off of different people that like and shit that I like. If I like art, like, I'm gonna follow an artist. Like, I'm not gonna follow nobody that I don't care about because, I'm gonna follow you. Like, you're gonna be there. You ain't gonna show no love because you don't care about what I like. So, just like, we straight. Like, but yeah.
Okay. So So, but what was it that I'm pretty sure you probably posted one pic or a collage or whatever that was like that like oh every day your phone was just like, just going crazy.
Well, that's crazy because I like, and it might sound like I'm bragging or some shit, but like my Instagram notification is off. Like I always kept my shit off. Like once I just became that person that people look at me on Instagram, like I literally turned my notifications off because like when I didn't, that shit was just like crazy. But the picture that went like left a stamp and was like, all right, you officially this like, and can't nobody like, it's better at you at doing this shit. Like I would have to say it was just like I did like a police versus like a cop killing type shit on Instagram. It was like my cousin had a mask. He had a pig mask on. He was dressed as a cop, and I was like on the floor or whatever, and he had a pig mask. And it's crazy because he had his knee on my back, and then like a year later, that was like the same position that George Floyd died in. So if you look at it, that shit crazy. Now that I think about it, but yeah, that was the picture that literally made everything rock. Like so after that, it was just like boom.
So how many likes did you get off of that one picture right there?
I think that was hit like 7,000 or 6,000. Yeah. And I averaged like 3,000 or 4,000.
Okay.
So that was just like, yeah, to this day that's like the most liked picture. And
so what exactly, like if you had to like really pinpoint a tactic or a certain thing that really boosted, like help you grow your following, what would you say that'd be?
It was just really always being me, like always being aware, always knowing the game of Instagram, like the market, when to post, how to post, like what catches people's eyes. Like it was always knowing the game. Like
so, what exactly is that game that you're talking about? That Instagram game, like you say, you got to know the game,
right? I don't know. Like I just always did my homework at it. Like I read books about like marketing, and I like watch YouTube videos on like how to become successful on social media and shit like that. So I don't know. Like I did the research. Like ain't nothing special. Like it's something special in what I do, but I don't look at it like it's something like crazy special because it's just like me actually like going to like get the knowledge. Like so, just like I'm just trying. A lot of people just don't try, they give up, so they just don't get there. So it's just like I happened to not give up, and I just kept going until I found some shit. Like, I bet. Like
so you mentioned that I think we had the other guest on, Alphonse. He mentioned the same thing about people say like if you don't go to college, it's a scam. Yeah. But they don't really say that I had to self-educate myself. So it's still education, but you just did it yourself. Which he brought up a good point. Where I was like, I didn't even think about that because when you're an entrepreneur, like how pretty much we all are and trying to be like to the top level, like, a lot of self-education is needed.
IG, it's not that I don't like math. It was just like high school made me hate math. Like, so it's just like, yo, I really don't like math. But when I started like with IG and I started seeing these numbers and that shit made me smart at math. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, oh, I just do that. Like, hold on. Like, so it teaches you shit like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you wasn't able to learn in school, or maybe the way they was teaching you, like you really wasn't like paying attention or didn't really like catch your eye type shit. But yeah.
So what's something on that you learned when you went to do your research about social media? What's something that you really learned about how social media works that it was like, wow.
I learned that if you really want something, you can get it. Like, if you really want something, you can get it, and can't nothing stop you. Like, cause all it takes is just like, if you trying to do something to catch somebody's attention, all it takes is to like either post something, tag them, and that might reach them. Like, it's that easy. Like, I done talked to a lot of like Instagram celebrities, like, and like they be answering back, and I'm just like, oh shit. Like, like the first time that happened, I was just like, oh shit. Like,
who was that first person? No, don't tell me you out here sliding in them Instagram models.
First person that I think I talked to, I think it was Capri
Fernandez.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Capri. But yeah, that was like the first one that I talked to, and I was just like, oh shit, like, all right, these people, they just human, just like us. Like everybody, no matter how many followers somebody got, at the end of the day, like they still moving, they walk just like you. So it's like everybody human at the end of the day.
I feel like though, like I don't know why. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like people with high followers only respond or like interact with people who have high followers. I feel like if I were to DM Capri or like whoever else you DM, like they would not leave my shit on red.
Nah. Cause you got to think about it. Like he had like at the time I didn't even have 10K. I had like I think I had like 9K or some shit like that. He had like 325,000 followers. So you know how many people hit people up?
Yeah.
Like he be getting like I don't know 60, 70, even if it's the lowest like 50 messages a day. Like that's a lot of DMs. And for him to stop at yours and be like, yo, like.
So what was the conversation like? Like what was?
Nah, I think I repost. I mean, I've been a repost. Like every time I repost like one of his videos, like I was tagging whatever, and like a couple like for most of them he didn't really like looked at him or some shit like that. Because again, like he gets so many DMs, so many people. Repost. When you Instagram, like when you got that whatever clout or whatever they call it, like people.
Clout. That's what they call it.
Yeah, clout. So, no, but when you have that whatever, like. People just hit you up no matter what. So if you got a bunch of people just hitting you up, like it's a chance you might get them. But if you get them, it's just like, oh, all right, like you get happy for like 10 seconds. It's just like, oh shit, like yo, I be showing my brother and shit like, yo, this nigga, yo, you know, he be like, yeah. I'm like, yo, that nigga, and it's just like, oh, all right, everybody just even, all right, I'm back to normal. Like, all right, yo, that's good. But yeah.
So now that I know you got that like 11K, obviously still growing it. Are you getting those same type of DMs? I'm pretty sure you're getting people that hit you up like, hey, I like your pic, blah 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 blah. I was thinking about starting being a model, XYZ stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
That happens all the time. Like shout out to the people that be coming to my DMs, like you know, saying they respect my work and just. Or some people come to my DM, they just, you know, talk about, you know, I'm so glad that you talk about PTSD and anxiety and depression and shit like that. Or some people come in my DMs for help. And because this is a mixture of people that are going through all different type of phases. I have people that fucking make millions of dollars and they just chill on a boat and they just, you know, live their life. And then I have people that live in poverty cities but we literally grew a connection on Instagram. They just.
Yeah, definitely. So the one thing I want to know is obviously, you know, when you get probably like, you know, into the thousands, not like low thousands, obviously like 10K plus, that comes with what I believe is you probably get haters in your comments or pictures, comments, everything.
Nah.
Yo, why you taking that photo?
Nah.
Fix your beard, XYZ.
Nah, that was more YouTube. Like
that was YouTube.
YouTube, like Instagram is not, and this is why I like Instagram. Like, not that I care. Like, if I had like a bunch of like I really don't have haters on Instagram. Like, my haters is outside the Instagram. But like, Instagram is always loved. It's always been loved. Like, I never got no hate comment. Besides the picture that went viral, because again it was a pig in there, so it was just like a bunch of the other people over there that, you know what I mean, we already know what they are type shit. So that's the only hate shit that I ever got. But besides that, it's always been love. So
okay, so but explain to me the YouTube hate. What was people like? Yo, why you
YouTube hate? YouTube hate. Like, you know, when you go, you know, when something go viral and people talk shit, like, and that's what that picture like did that, because like it went viral. But YouTube is a whole different type of like, because it's just like once you make it, like if this video do like, I don't know, 300,000 views, right? You're going to see mad people talking shit about, yo, he's wearing that sweater or whatever. He was wearing that, saying, oh, that chain was fake. Like, just because they see you succeeding. So it's just like, damn, because I'm not in his position, I'm going to say some shit that I don't know, just to get some clout and be like, everybody pay attention to me type shit. Like,
just to get some likes in the comments.
Right.
Yeah, that's the problem with
come check out my channel. Like,
our generation,
his chain is fake. Like,
our generation is very like envious. Like, we always just envy one another, and
Right.
You never give props when it's due.
And
Whenever,
especially Facebook. Like, that's why I love Facebook. Like, I just really couldn't do Facebook because it's just like, it's a whole community based off your own city. That's what they call it, community. Like,
yeah, that's
everybody
true.
know each other. Like, you don't really, who Facebook is not in their city. Like, everybody's Facebook is literally, they follow people in their city, so everybody talk about the same shit. Like, especially if your shit's small. Somebody got smoked, whatever, we gonna know about it like in an hour type shit.
Not even.
Not even. Like, right, 5 minutes we gonna know about that shit. So it's just like somebody talk shit about somebody got beat up. Like, we already know the person's last name and the first name. Like, and what they look like. Like, screenshots is going around. Like, if somebody posts one video, right, talking about some, y'all seen that video? The whole time gonna be asking for the video.
Yeah.
And I could have been lying, like, just to start some shit. But now I got 300,000 people writing about the video. Like, yo, send it to me. And mad people in the comments, send it to me. Like,
oh, man.
Yeah, that shit.
All right, so what made you get into, like, modeling? Like, what exactly do you do on social media? Like, what? I know it's modeling, but.
When I was doing the modeling, like, I mean, I'm still doing it. But, like, in the beginning when I first started doing it, like, what made me do it, like, nothing really made me do it. Like, it was just like, I did the photo shoot for my birthday, like a little photo shoot, whatever, in my backyard. And then, like, I did it. Well, I guess it would be, like, seeing, like, the likes, like, people, like, and people showing love. I'm just like, oh, shit, like, this, I'm just going to keep doing it. So I just started taking pictures, and I would just keep posting them. And they kept growing and growing and growing. Like, it's the connection and all that. So it's just like, all right, bet, like, I'm gonna stick with this and just see how it goes.
So I know I stay on the modeling side, so I know a lot goes into it. Like, how do you, like, know where you want to go take a photo at? Who's gonna take your photo? Are you taking the photos? Like, what type of, are you using special lighting or just using natural? How do you go about setting up your scene or whatever, and what you wear, all that stuff?
I don't know, cause it's really like what you like what you feel, how you feel. Like, I might want to do I might be like on my way home driving past a golf course or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, like a shoot, doing a photo shoot next to a golf cart, like wearing this and wearing that, that'll be fire. Cause I really look at before I do take any of my pictures, like they're already in my head like a little movie clip. So it's just like when I see something, I'm just like, oh, cause I have a mind of like just somebody that just can put like pictures and movies together in their head type shit. So when I see a scenery, it's just like, I already know what I'm gonna do with it. When I see the clothes, it's like, all right, I already know what I'm gonna do. I already know where I'm gonna do that. Like,
So how do you try to monetize like being a fashion model? How do you get paid from being a fashion model?
How you get paid? I mean, you get paid just like anything else. Like, you get sponsorships. Like, you can get like ambassador deals. I mean, I don't do those, but there's so many ways you can get paid on Instagram. Like, you can get paid to just.
Why don't you do ambassador deals?
To me, they're just like, I look at them like slave deals. It's just like, buy this shirt for $30 and we just repost you. Like, that's it. Like, and then you might have a following of 10K. You might, cause this should be funny. Like, and it be some people that really don't know the game. Like, they be like, yo, buy this shirt for $35, $30, whatever the shirt costs, right? They'd be like, yo, take some ill pictures, send it to our email, we'll post it. You got 10K followers, right? You don't know the game. Like, you just thinking it's an opportunity for you to get on a bigger platform, whatever. Let's say 5 people. Let's say that shirt costs $20. The cheapest $20. But 5 people bought the shirt, right? They just made $100 off of you.
Mm-hmm.
And they made the 35 or they made the 20 off of you. So now they made 120 off of you, and you ain't getting nothing but a t-shirt that you gonna wash it like 3 days.
So you don't get no type of like
and that shit gonna get like wrinkled and it's gonna be gone. Like, ain't gonna be no new shirt like in 2 days later. So it's just like all they gave you was a wrinkly ass shirt.
Okay.
And said thank you for the 120.
So how do you? So do you reach out to like certain brands and like, or do they reach out to you?
So of course you gotta reach out, like, and a lot of people, that's where they make their mistakes at. Like, that's why shout out to my boy Yo Gotti. He said it go down in the DM, like
it go down in the DM.
Like a lot of people thought that was just like a song, but he's giving you sauce. Like, he's telling you like, yo, listen, you want to start a business, like you want to get paid, you want to network, the DM, like that's where it's at. Like, you make jackets. My boy right here like owns a whole factory. Like, hit in his DM. Like, now y'all working. That's your shipping and demand. Like, off the DM. Like, but yeah.
So I know like I think I saw you get like packages to your door. Now, yeah, you put it on social media. Everybody know your whole life. So you get the packages to the door right now. Are those? Hey, do you hit up a dude in the DM like, yo, I would love to wear your clothes and post it on my IG, XYZ? How does that work?
Like, how
and do you charge?
Yeah.
Do I charge?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I charge. You gotta charge these people, like, cause to me this is my career. Like, this ain't no hobby. This ain't this ain't something that I just do for fun. Like, I do it for fun, but it's just like, it also like, hey, this is real life. Like, we all trying to get $1 billion or $1 million. Like, and I don't got that yet. So forever, I'm gonna act like I'm the brokest dude on earth. So it's just like, I need every dollar. Like, so it's just like that mindset of just. That's how we going.
So are you hitting them up in the DMs for it?
Yeah, but I'll be hitting them up. I'll be hitting them up until, like, I used to hit a lot of brands up. Then it stopped. I stopped like around 9K, 10K. That's when they really started like coming for me. Like, and I could like sit back a little bit, but sitting back don't feel right. It's just So I just always answer to DMs. I send DMs out. Like, I don't.
That's a fact. If I had 11K and I was taking pictures, I'm sending like, 50 DMs a day.
I don't let my K get to me. Like, when I hit it, I hit it. When I had 11K, it was just like, all right. Like, when I had 10K, it was a big deal because, like, people that know, like, 10K is a big deal on Instagram. It takes you from here to people, like, all right, even if they don't know you, but they see that K behind you, it's just like,
where is that K?
Somebody.
Yeah,
he must be somebody. Like, who is he? Like, they start reading your bio, like, they gonna check your page out because they in tune and who you are. Like,
yeah. So when you taking those photos and for the clothes that you get, are they telling you like, hey, take it like this, or are you coming up with your own?
Nah. So and I don't think I ever got no brand to tell me what to do. Like, but not everything is based off me, and that's why I love it because it's like I can create whatever I want to create and still represent somebody's brand, somebody's creation. Like, I'm able to do that. Like, nobody's in my ear telling me you gotta take it here, don't take it there. Like, oh, we don't want that involved. Like, so it's just pretty much everything is me, and that's why I tell people like what y'all see in these pictures is me. Like, ain't nobody telling me like, oh, we gotta go here and take a picture next to a cow. I'm like, damn, but I want to take it next to a pit bull. Like,
yeah.
But I'm over here next to a cow like that. Nah.
So, what are your like prices like?
Nah, we would never. We would never tell. Just give us.
Like, if you
all right, so
if you like, it's only like a couple people that really know what I charge, but I would never say what I charge because I would never want somebody to look at me like.
You only worth
that's it?
People already look at me like, oh shit, like he's somebody, like, yo, he that dude from Instagram, like he that model, he that this.
Yeah, so like if you tell him
you got clout, you that dude.
If like, you tell him a price, it might change their perception on like.
Not that they might change it. I'm afraid that they. Like, I would just say this when. I would just say this when you got money, act broke. Like, just always act broke. Because when everybody, not even when you got money, but when people see you succeeding at something, they just know, like, yo, all right, like, he got to be getting money. Like, if everybody came out and be like, you don't see Quavo, like, posting how much he get paid. Like, he might tell you how much he got paid for a show, but he ain't telling you how much he get paid for 5 shows or how much he get paid a year or how much he made. Mm-hmm. Sources come out with that because, like, it's the news. Like, they have to. That's their job. But, I would never really. I don't want nobody to look at me like.
All right,
put me in a box or some shit. Like,
yeah. I get you. All right, so forget the prices, but
I tell you like to me like when I first got paid $100 like to take pictures, like I was just like I was literally coming from the barbershop. I was getting my haircut. I was feeling myself. I'm like, oh yeah. He sent that. Look at my cash app. That shit was $100. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. Like somebody dead just paid me $100 to take some pictures. Like some shit that I did like for free.
For fun, yeah. For like low key fun too. Like
right. So it just like on some natural like, yo, $100 like that shit made me like, damn, yo, this is real. Like, and I didn't even have like the numbers like that. So I'm just like, yo, I just imagine if I'm like bigger, like.
So.
Cause my first like how much I like was the first time that I charged somebody, that shit was like I was charging somebody $25. They was like, nah, mad brands, nah. I had 6,000 followers at the time. They was like, nah. I'm just like, yo, what? Yeah. I said, yo, I'm gonna charge somebody $35. I bet. Nobody said no to $25. I'm gonna charge $35. Like,
oh wait, you was charging $25 and nobody? Like,
yeah, that was my first price.
They were saying yeah.
Like, nah, they was dubbing it. They was just like, no, we not.
So you just end up raising it out of nowhere.
So I was just like, yeah, I'm just like, all right, cool. Like somebody gonna pay something. Like,
so what made you raise it if?
Because I knew somebody gonna say yeah. Like,
okay.
And at the time I had like 2 good Instagram like modeling pictures, but they were just like ill. So I'm just like, yo, I know my worth. Like. And my worth is not $35, but I'm just like, yo, I know my pictures up there. Like I'm going crazy. Like, so I finally got somebody say 35. When they said yeah, I'm just like, yo, anything is possible. Like to me that 35 was just like, yo,
shout
what?
Out to Kevin Garnett.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, that boy was hype, jumping off the couch.
Yo, on God, shout out to Kevin Garnett. I almost said Kevin Durant, but nah. When I got that 35, it was just like, yo, anything you can put your mind to. Like, I had my shit at 25, but I told myself like, yo, I know somebody gonna pay me 35, and I did it. So after that, it was just like, all right. So every time I kept taking pictures, like I just kept raising my prices.
I get that part, but my question is like, if no one paid for $25,
that's fair. You like
what made
I ain't gonna pay for $25.
What made you think? 35.
I answered it. I said I know in my head that somebody because you told me no at 20. That was probably because you was broke. Mm-hmm. Maybe those people that I was hitting up was broke. Like, but everybody not broke. So I look at it like. That's why it's always business in the world because not everybody's broke. So just like, if you tell me no, I'm not gonna take it as, damn, my shit's not good enough or I'm trash. It's more like I don't know your situation, so maybe you want to really do it with me, like do the whole promotion, but you can't afford it right now, or maybe it's something holding you back. Like I don't know, you haven't got your clothes yet, or
that's honestly a great point that you mentioned because when it comes to being an entrepreneur, like you really have to believe in your product or service. Like you have to like really believe in what you do and like, yo, my shit is popping. Like yo, I know my worth.
Right.
And like you mentioned about not really taking your nose personal because yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm in a entrepreneurship, financial advising career. I get a lot of no's.
Yeah, we talking about it. Yeah.
I take it personal, but like you said, you can't take it personal because one, you know your worth, and two, like you don't know their situation.
Right.
Yeah. Some people ain't comfortable, so they're like, oh.
Like when people be doing interviews, like a regular 9 to 5, when they do interviews, I'm pretty sure they do like 4 interviews, 5 interviews. You think they want to do 6 interviews? No, they want to get the person that they feel they're gonna be there every day working. Yeah. Just hire them. They don't want to do 7 interviews, but it's just like. Everything's a reason. Like, every no's a reason. Like
yeah, definitely.
Or maybe it wasn't for you. Like
yeah. So let me veer off real fast. I gotta ask you, you got a face tat, right?
Yeah.
So one of my favorite, it's a funny saying. I say it all the time. Was Blueface said it in a song. He said, "You see this face tat? I don't want a job."
Who was that again?
That was Blueface. He literally said that in a song.
Oh, somebody else said it too.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, but Blueface, it was real funny. I was like, he might be right. And every time I see somebody with a face tat, I'm like, they don't want to work a 9 to 5. Is that when you put that face? When you went to the
nah,
tattoo shop and you was like right here, right? That's max so everybody can see it.
Nah, to me, because I already had my job, so it's just like I'm already working. Like, so it's just like, what can my job do? Like, go in there and say you fired, like, and there ain't no job like that. Like, I don't like. So it's just like. And first, I asked my boss. She was just like, "Yo, it's cool with it." Like, I asked my boss, like, "Yo, it's cool with it." But I already had in my head, like, even if she said no, I was still gonna get it.
Yeah,
like,
that's funny.
Because it's something that you feel me. Like, I want, like, it's me, like.
Because you know that stigma.
But I was never thinking like, damn, what if I lose this job and I gotta do mad interviews? Like, cause to me, like, ever since I was growing up as a kid, I knew I was gonna be a star at something. Like, I know I was gonna be famous for something. So it's just like. I don't really, but yeah, to answer your question, like I don't really like, never wanted a 9 to 5. I just know that when you put that, you just need a 9 to 5 for like the steps to take you above and beyond.
But your main goal is to never work like if someone you don't want to be like you know obviously that was high paying job.
Yeah, like that retirement shit, like that. I think all that shit's bullshit. Like I think all that shit's bullshit for me. Like. But
come Mario.
Yeah, cause he hit you that. Yeah. He like, nah, this is what I've been waiting for all day. I've been waiting for this nigga to come here and say some stupid shit. Like, nah, but I'm just keeping it a buck. Like that's just how I feel. Like I feel like that regular 9 to 5. Like give us 30 years of your life. Like. Be a slave for us for 30 years, break it back.
Nah, I agree with
like,
that.
Yeah, we
I agree with that.
On the same page.
And then for here's even if we giving you $1,000, 30 years of your time is worth $3,000 a month. Like that's all you're
like, worth.
Nah, I ain't worth that. Like nah. I ain't giving If anybody I'm giving 30 years, that's me. I'm giving 30 years of my life going hard.
Yeah, that's
like,
why
not going hard in
there's a job, that's why. So what you just said right there, that's why I think me and Mario are on the same page where a lot of it does depend on how hard we work. We don't work those type of jobs where if you come to work, you're gonna get the same pay every day, no matter what you do. So our job's a little different, and that's why I'm trying to tell people there's other jobs that if you feel like you want, you know, if you're a worker and you like, I'm gonna go to work. I work at McDonald's. I bust my ass. There's jobs out there that will pay you for busting your ass, like door salesman. Even if, you know, people hate them doors, but them people be knocking on them doors, and them cars they pull off in. Them Ferraris.
Ferraris.
No, that's facts. Like, cause there's some people that do that just to stay grounded. Like,
yep, true.
And don't get it twisted. Like these regular 9 to 5, like somebody working at McDonald's, like that might teach them something in life.
Yep.
Like, how to be a strong-headed person.
Because we talked about that.
Especially working at fast food. Like I ain't never worked no fast food, but I'm pretty sure like that shit is hectic. Like you will never get no break. Everybody on top of you is hot. Like you gotta learn how to work. Like you gotta learn how to work, how to maneuver. Like so, just like that teach you different strategies in life when it comes to just different situations. So I ain't never looked at a 9 to 5 like nigga, you poor, you come from poverty, and you a junkie. Like it's a bad thing. It was just like.
So yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that about you'd rather instead of your employer paying you $3,000 to build their dream, you rather get paid $3,000 a month to grind and do something for yourself, for your own career, for your own.
I can become a boss and pay somebody that like a month, like one of my employees, like. But yeah.
Nah, yeah. So what's like a big influence that made you get into like that entrepreneurship life? You mentioned like ever since you were a kid, like you already knew you were gonna be like famous.
I mean, I guess I get it. I get it from like I don't know, like being raised in poverty. Like you see the drug dealers with cars, you see with money and all that. So that makes you want like, oh shit, like he got a chain. Like yo, I bet that shit make him feel like the man. Like I want that. Like so just like and those is like the superstars because I ain't like. People that come from poverty 10 times out of 10 don't have like somebody that they look up to like, oh, like he did it, I know I can do it. Like besides rap, like nobody don't look at like, oh, he was the first black man to go to the moon, like yeah, I can do that. Like nah, either you play ball or you just those is like the stars, but even sometimes that feels like not possible. Like I'm gonna go to the NBA and become like the number one player, win the MVP, but I'm from Chicago, like. The trenches out of Chicago, like some people don't really think like that, but they look up to the drug dealers like, oh, that's something I can do.
Yeah.
Ain't as quick. Like, I'm gonna get money like ASAP. A lot of money. Like.
Yeah. So I know you mentioned like the model thing. So let's, before we get on to like one of the big topics, what's your next steps for where do you see yourself going with this Instagram stuff? Yeah.
In the next 5 years, I'll see myself just being successful, like wealthy,
doing what
directing
though?
movies,
Okay.
short films, like.
So are you doing
doing music?
You doing any of the filming stuff now?
Now it's gonna take the to the next level. Like I started with the pictures. Now it's gonna start elevating, and everybody gonna see like exactly what it is that everything was like molded me to be type shit.
Okay. So I know you. So we're gonna obviously switch over to a more serious topic. Like the mental health stuff.
Right.
That you talk about a lot. So what made you like start posting it and telling people and explaining it and so on and so forth about the mental health stuff?
Because I feel like that shit is important. Like, and like when you growing up, like ain't nobody talking about it. Like, and if they talking about it, like it'd be those memes that they'd be like, oh, and it'd be like it'd be like somebody doing dishes, whatever. He's like, yo, mom, I'm depressed. She's like, nigga, I'm depressed. These dishes. It's those jokes like that. Like, but that shit was like real. Like that's what we heard.
That's a fact.
Like I'm feeling sad, especially if you was a nigga. It was just like, but man up, like nigga, like
man up. That's
like, but they don't even know like.
Don't cry.
Better not cry.
Right. Better not cry. But they didn't even know like how you feeling inside. To them, it's just like you a kid and you just like. Get in my face, like, suck it up tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, or get up, you gonna be straight. But it's just like, I'm really crying for help. Like, I'm at a messed up point. I feel like I'm losing, like, I don't know what to do. But it's just like, suck it up.
Yeah.
But until you get older, you just realize, you look back in your life and you be like, damn, like, why did I think that shit was normal?
Like, that's
why that situation was normal.
True.
Like, so it's just like, damn, I was some crazy shit. Sometimes, so it's just like I feel like it's important to talk about it. Like,
so now is that pretty much like you when you talk about the mental health stuff, you thinking about like as well when you were little too, like the stuff you seen and stuff that you
right.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, so it's just like or people talk about it, but they'll talk to their friends about it. So to me, it was just like I talk to my friends about it. I talk to my people on Instagram, like wherever, like.
So I know everybody's life is different. Obviously, you don't have to explain it if you don't want to. But so, do you feel like you still battling with like the mental health stuff, or you were battling?
I don't feel like I'm not feel like I'm in a battle with it. I feel like I'm at a point where I like it. Like it's balanced. Like I be having my days, but overall, like I'm straight. Like, and it's like the best I've ever been at. So it's just like I like this, and I'm learning as I go. So it's just like.
What do you think is helping you with your mental health to control it?
I feel like quarantine was like a big part, like, because it really sat you down and like made me think, like.
Yeah, quarantine was a blessing for a lot of people, including myself. Like,
like I said, like
I grew a lot.
It did me better than 2020. It did me bad. Like, it took things to the next level. Like, I still was doing promos. Like, I still was going crazy. Like, ain't nothing stopped. Like, quarantine really made you think outside the box, but I was already outside the box. Like when everybody was in, like, but yeah. So I definitely feel like when it comes to mental health, like a lot of people don't take it as serious.
Yeah,
especially men.
Oh, that's facts.
Like I honestly like. I even had to go out and seek a therapist because my career. Daquan, I don't know if you.
But they look at you like. You're a man, like you supposed to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, suck it up.
Like I'm the type of person that like I'm not afraid to show my emotions, my feelings. Right. Like I'm a big crier, bro. I cry like.
See, and I would have never assumed that. Like
you would have never.
I would have never assumed that. Like
exactly. Yeah. It's because like, for me, I was always taught to like have a fucking show a mask and like be tough on the outside.
And this is a good example of.
But like behind closed doors, I break down and like I give myself time to like me time to like release everything and
right.
But for the public, for me, I'm here. Like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, that's
exactly,
a fact.
exactly.
That's a
But
fact.
you know, and again, that's why it's okay for men, especially black men, to come out and just have a conversation. Because you know, I would have never knew that about him, like, but now I know.
Yeah.
And now you know,
all it
like,
takes is a conversation.
Now you
like,
feel like it's like, okay. I mean, you probably already thought like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
But
it
at
was
least
just
like, you know, like, all right,
it makes me happy to see, like, all right,
I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Type shit.
all right, there's other people out there that feel the same way. Like,
Yeah, everybody's going through something.
Right, like go through the same shit, but not scared to talk about it.
Or
right.
Yeah, so
because everybody be acting so like
because a
hard.
lot of it.
I got the largest shoulder pads on earth right now.
Yeah, a lot of it is like where we're from. You know, they like we meant to talk about it before. Yeah, we don't do that here.
Right,
we don't talk about that over here.
Like,
so it's like that.
Everybody be acting all crazy, like, but it's just like, yo, you ain't gotta act tough. Like, if you going through something, it's normal. Like, a lot of people don't like to show that. Like, even when we know everybody's hurting or everybody go through something.
But I feel like a lot of people too. Oh shit! A lot of people too. They don't know how to, like, who to talk to, because me personally, like, when I be going through like my mental.
Cause we from poverty, so ain't nobody to talk to. Ain't nobody like these other kids. They might damn near live like down the block from like a therapist or something. Like, down the block is a basketball court that just got shot up. So where you going to go talk to somebody? Like, and your mom at work trying to like
provide
food on the table. So where you running to? Like,
and your dad not here.
School, your dad not in the crib. So like, who you talking to? Like,
yeah, that's the.
If you post it on any social media, they gonna think
they
you soft.
Yep.
Like,
and they bring it back up. Like, yo, remember you was on the Instagram crying?
You said you was going through it. Like, so who you gonna talk to?
Yeah, and
that shit don't hit you until you at some type of age where you just realize, like, yo, damn, like, shit I had nobody to run to. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
And sometimes, I mean, you get them from sports, but sometimes not even coaches can help with certain situations. Like,
yeah,
because they got their own shit they deal with too.
Yeah,
you know?
And I think who said? I think it was Charlamagne, because he talks about mental health all the time. But the stuff that we see when we're little, we're not really supposed to see. Like, people getting beat up, people getting stabbed, people getting shot, all that stuff. Living in poverty, all how our surroundings are. So you just build like that mental, like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, I don't know no one else. When you was little and going through where you starting to develop, ain't none of our friends talking about mental health. Schools talk about a little, but they ain't really posting it out there, stuff like that. So you just get accustomed to it. Like,
it's normal. You got to make it normal. Like,
yeah.
I literally was raised in the west side of Syracuse, like, because I know there's gonna be people watching that don't even know where we're from, type shit. But I was raised in the west side.
Shout out to the west side.
Shout out to the west side. Like, that shit was crazy. It was just like you was living in the jungle, but to you it don't feel like the jungle. It feels like home.
Yeah, it's regular.
That's where you live at. That's where you go down the block, you get your chips, whatever, and you go back home. Like, that's all you know. You don't look at it like, cause you ain't seen nothing else but that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, how can you think to yourself, this is not how life's supposed to be?
Yeah.
When
it's all you know.
Right. It's all you know. Like, so, but it was a jungle. Like, people dying left and right, fighting, all this, and all this shit is like straight PTSD. Like,
that's a fat PTSD.
All that, like, traumatizing. Like, you just like, yo, you just thinking to yourself like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, nobody else see this shit. Like, everybody think this shit normal. Like, I'm trying to make it seem like it's normal so I can, like, adapt to it and not let it get to me. But it's just like, yo, who got stabbed, like, and they put him behind my house? Like,
that stuff we see is
cops
crazy.
is at the door. Like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, we ain't doing nothing. We just in here playing cards. Like, we just in here playing, like, but what's around us, like, and sometimes it's not where you at or where your home is at. It's where you're around, like, because you can be in the you can be in the nicest home, like, your shit can have an elevator, dog, but if you living in the hood, like,
none of that
you're gonna be
really
accustomed
matters.
to that. Like, you're gonna think that shit's normal. You gonna think, and that's where kids get trapped at, like, because they think it's normal, so they gonna do it. Like, but me, it was just always like, nah, this ain't normal. Like, and I know it's gonna be like better than this. Like, even I don't know when it's coming, but I know it's gonna be better than this shit. Like,
it's definitely a big world out there, because, like, what I realized, obviously I've lived in Syracuse my whole life, and then went to the military.
Mm-hmm.
Then that really changed me. Like, oh, it's not really like this. Like, I moved down south. They don't got corner stores.
What did you think about the military before you went? Like, what do you think it was like?
I didn't really have nothing. I just knew I'm gonna be working, doing something. Like,
right.
Because I was like, I don't want to be here no more. I gotta,
but
better
did you
myself.
think of it like when you like first thing? All right, let me join the military. Like, was it like I'm gonna be in war? Like, was it?
Not even. I was. Like, I was a little older, but I didn't go straight out of high school like most kids do. Yeah. I went later on. I already had like my son 2 years old. He was older too by that time. Mm-hmm. So I already had a little. I used my brain like, all right, jobs where I ain't got to shoot guns. Admin, bam. Who I ain't got to be outside all day. Admin. Admin just kept checking the boxes. Jobs if I don't like it, where I can use it for. Admin. So I ended up being admin. So I knew I did my little research on Google or whatever. But what I was saying was when you get from where we're from and you go out there to these other places and you start talking with other people, they like corner stores sitting on the block. We don't do that.
Yo, let me tell you something. The first time I was on vacation, right? I started traveling like maybe like 3 years now. Like been traveling, whatever, and it's a blessing, whatever, and I love it. But the first time I was in Miami and like I kept walking past people, they was just like, good morning, good morning, good morning. And it was being so nice that I took offense to it. I'm just like, yo, why everybody here so nice? Like, why they keep looking at me, like, talking to me, like, yo, like, mind your business. Because all we know when we come from poverty, like, is to either go like that or, like, why you looking at me? Like, what's good with you? Like,
why you looking at me?
Or we talking shit to each other, like, depending on where you at. But when you get out of that world and you go to somewhere else where it's just like, everybody peaceful, everybody, you get a piece of, like, this what, like being successful feels like, like no matter how long you staying, that you get that, like, but yeah, first time I took a vacation, and the first time I went to Chick-fil-A, because them people is so nice, yo. I'm just like, yo, he gave my food, and then he's turned around and was right there with all the sauces, and it was just like kept coming back, yo, you good? How's the food? I'm just like, yo. I feel like I'm at a 5-star restaurant. This Chick-fil-A, like, why they so nice? I hate that. Like, but shout out to Chick-fil-A for me. That lemonade fire.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna probably wrap this podcast up. What I know we mentioned this shortly, but let people know where they can reach you at.
I mean, you can reach me at on Instagram. I mean, everything is Miz2x, Miz2x _. Just follow me. I'll show love. We can have a conversation if you go into some shit or if you need some advice or if you want to learn anything about social media, just hit me up there. Go down the DM with me. But I appreciate y'all letting me come on this podcast.
Hold on. I need one last gem, bro. Like I always got to ask my guests. One last gem about whether it's entrepreneurship, social media.
Yeah.
Just one last gem that you will give to either your old self or like, just one of your followers.
If I can wrap it up and just like give somebody like, all right, yo, here's the game, but not all of it. I would say like whatever you have that you want to do and you like have some type of passion for it, like just do it and like don't matter like who say what, like don't be scared of the unknown, like
facts.
Just do it, like because obviously you want to do it, but it's something holding you back. It might be friends, family, like whatever it is, like. If you're not good at like putting people behind you, put them to the side, but always keep like pursuing.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on, run that back. Yo, wait, that was a bar, low key.
Nah,
he said if you're not ready, go ahead.
If you're not good at putting people behind you, like just put them to the side, but always keep going. Like
they don't have to like be out of your life completely, but put them to the side at least. Keep doing you.
Because if I see you walking forward and I be like, yo, I'm stopping you from where you going. So just like
walk with me.
Walk with. You want to talk, right? If you want to be where I'm at, where I'm going, like come with me, like, and you look behind you, it's not gonna be a lot of people there, but that's how it's supposed to be. Like you don't want anybody like. Because when it's a lot of people, it's a lot of fake love. So you keep your circle small and you go crazy at whatever it is. Just try. Like it's simple. You gotta go. Just try it. Like Just keep going hard. Elevate yourself. Educate. Like, it ain't hard.
People always waiting for the right moment
quit.
too.
Just don't quit and you straight.
Exactly.
Like,
That gym right there, especially that bar, that's going down.
The bar out. You gotta put people to the side, like.
So we would like to obviously thank you for coming on to the show.
I appreciate it.
You know, Flipping Finance. Make sure you follow Miz2x
This is just a little
everywhere.
taste. I mean, we be back.
Yeah. When he's back, you know, he's gonna be a movie director. He's gonna be doing all these other things, and you know, you're really gonna see the growth.
Hey man, we're not even gonna be in the studio. We're gonna be in a little penthouse.
That's
like
a fact.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, definitely.
Give my boy some mimosas.
Mimosa, 5-star shit.
And man, always dream big, cause dreams is just stuff that is coming to your mind that letting you know, like for a reason. Like when I think about something, I ain't think about that for no reason. Like, all right, bet, like we're gonna go get his. But
nah, that's a big fact. Well, like I appreciate the podcast. I appreciate, you know, you popping out, giving your knowledge to the people. You know, definitely don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to, you know, all platforms, Flipping Finance Show. Definitely appreciate you guys for watching and listening. Again, you know, we got Miz.
Yeah, I'm about to go get some Chick-fil-A.
Boy's a clown.
All right, everyone. That is episode number 4 of Flipping Finance. We out.
Peace.